You walk into a room and completely forget why you went in there. You meet someone new, and their name is gone before you even finish shaking their hand. You read a whole chapter of a book and retain almost nothing. Sound familiar? Most people assume this is just how their brain works. Some people are good at remembering things, some aren't. You got the bad version, but that's completely wrong. Forgetting isn't a flaw in your brain, it's actually a feature. And once you understand how memory really works, you can hack it. Here's the science. Your brain processes roughly 11 million bits of information every single second. But your conscious mind can only handle about 40 to 50 of those bits at a time. So what does your brain do with everything else? It throws it out. Ruthlessly, aggressively throws it out. Because if your brain stored every single thing you ever saw, heard, or experienced, it would collapse under the weight of it. Forgetting isn't failure. It's your brain doing its job. But here's where the problem starts. Your brain doesn't just randomly delete things, it follows a pattern. Discovered in the 1880s by a German psychologist named Hermann Ebbinghaus. He called it the forgetting curve. And it goes like this. Within 20 minutes of learning something new, you forget about 40% of it. Within a day, you've lost up to 70%. Within a week, if you haven't revisited it, almost all of it is gone. Think about that the next time you sit in a meeting, read an article, or watch a lecture, and never look at it again. The information passed through your working memory, your brain's temporary scratch pad, but it never made it into long-term memory. And the reason it didn't comes down to one thing: encoding. For a memory to stick, your brain needs to encode it, to physically strengthen the neural connections that represent that information. And that only happens under certain conditions. Conditions most of us never create. Think of your brain like a city, and memories like roads. The more you travel a road, the wider and smoother it gets. A road you only drive once, it fades, gets overgrown. Eventually you can't find it anymore. That's literally what happens at the neurological level. Every time you recall or revisit a memory, you strengthen the synaptic connections that hold it. Every time you ignore it, those connections weaken. Neuroscientists call this long-term potentiation, the process by which repeated activation makes neural pathways stronger and faster. And here's the critical insight. Your brain doesn't care how long you spent with a piece of information. It cares how deeply you processed it and how often you came back to it. Passive exposure, just reading or listening, creates shallow encoding. Active engagement, emotion, repetition, and connection to things you already know, that's what builds memories that last. So let's talk about exactly how to do that. 1. Spaced repetition. Fighting the forgetting curve is simple. Review information just before you're about to forget it. Not all at once, spread it out. Study something today, review it tomorrow, then in 3 days, then a week, then a month. Each time you review, the memory gets stronger, and the interval you can wait before reviewing gets longer. Apps like Anki use this exact algorithm, but you can do it manually too. Just revisit your notes on a schedule. This single technique has been shown to improve long-term retention by up to 200%. 2. The elaborative encoding trick. Don't just receive information, process it. Ask yourself, how does this connect to something I already know? Why does this matter? What's a real-life example of this? This technique, called elaborative encoding, forces your brain into deeper processing. The more connections you build around a new memory, the more retrieval routes you create, and the easier it becomes to recall. 3. Teach it out loud. There's a reason the best way to learn something is to explain it to someone else. When you teach, your brain is forced to organize, clarify, and fill in the gaps in your understanding. This is called the protégé effect. You don't even need a real student. Explain it to yourself, to a rubber duck, or record a voice memo. The act of articulating the information out loud dramatically strengthens the memory trace. 4. Sleep is not optional. This one is non-negotiable. During sleep, specifically during deep sleep, your brain replays the day's experiences and transfers them from short-term to long-term memory. This process is called memory consolidation. Studies from Harvard Medical School found that people who slept after learning retained nearly double the information compared to those who stayed awake. Pulling an all-nighter to study, you're actively sabotaging your own memory. 7 to 9 hours isn't a luxury. It's when your brain does its filing. 5. Use the memory palace. This is one of the oldest memory techniques in the world, used by ancient Greek orators, chess grandmasters, and memory champions today. The idea is simple. Take a place you know well, your home, your commute, and mentally place the things you want to remember in specific locations along a route through it. When you need to recall them, you mentally walk the route and pick them up. It works because your brain has an extraordinarily powerful spatial memory system, a region called the hippocampus that evolved specifically to navigate environments. You're borrowing that system to store abstract information, and it works shockingly well. Memory isn't about intelligence, it's about strategy. Your brain is not broken, it's doing exactly what it was designed to do, filtering out most of what it sees and only keeping what it thinks matters. Your job is to signal to your brain, this matters. Use spaced repetition. Go deeper than surface-level reading. Sleep. Teach what you learn. And if you really want to remember something, build a palace for it. Start with one of these, just one, and watch what happens to your memory over the next 30 days. If this helped, subscribe. We break down your brain every single week. See you in the next one.